Hi, everybody. DJ Yoakley with you, and this is a very special occasion because breaking news: Orange has joined the ranks here at YSN. They have joined the family, and for the first time ever, Coach Rob Senor, the head football coach, sitting down to talk some Orange Lion football with us here, and it's all brought to you by our friends over at Baird Brothers. Coach, first off, your first year with the program. Talk to me about your goals coming into this particular, what mindset you guys are into, and in 2022, what your goals are to be accomplished.
Sure. So first of all, we're excited to be part of YSN. This is our first endeavor with you guys, this actual interview. So we're excited. We're excited for our kids to be part of YSN. And I know, DJ, I've had a chance to talk to you a couple times, and you got a lot of energy and are going to help our football program in a positive way. So we're excited about that. Our goals, we are trying to change the culture of Orange football. I've hired 5 new guys on my staff, a couple carryovers from the previous staff. I was on the previous staff. We're trying to change the culture. We're making sure that football is important at Orange. We're making sure our kids are committed. That's our first step, is commitment. And to that note, we had about 99% attendance rate during two-a-days and through the first week of the season. And that commitment has been good. Now we're at the point where we're trying to go commit with a purpose. Being there is good. Being there and doing something is what we need next. So it's really step by step, small steps, learning how we coach, learning our expectations. And our kids are getting there. We've been proud of them so far, but we got a long way to go.
So when you're talking about expectations, it's hard to set expectations without saying we want to win this game, win this game, win this game. Obviously, Beechwood, a big-time rival for Orange. For those down here that don't know that, you come up a little bit short last week. Now you got to turn the page to a team that you're not really familiar with in Mineral Ridge. How do you kind of keep things focused in a team that you're not comfortable with, you don't play very often, and keep that excitement level up?
First, when we look back at our game week 1, they were a very good team. I don't want to take anything away from them, but we've learned, and we're imploring in our kids, that's about what we do. We need to get better each week. We're not at the point yet where we can scheme up a whole lot. We just need to get better at what we do, at our fundamentals, at our program, at our scheme. And, we're using that to catapult us into a team like Mineral Ridge, where, while we're not that familiar with them, it's not going to matter what they do. It's going to matter what we do. We need to, cliche-wise, take care of the football, execute our blocking assignments, and we need to tackle better. So really those basics, and that's how we're keeping them energized, and really trying to analyze each week what we can do better, analyze on film, do we get better? And while the score certainly was not the way that we had hoped, we were able to find things that our kids did well and things that we need to build on. And we're going to continue to do that week to week, no matter what the outcome is.
Coach, what things do you want people to know about Orange football as they walk into a stadium and they see your kids on the field? What do you really hang your hat on, offensively, defensively, as a program?
We lost the connection there for a second, DJ. Can you repeat the question? I'm sorry.
Absolutely. So when you're talking about programs, what do you guys hang your hat on, offensively, defensively, just as a program in general? What things do you want to know? You played Orange this Friday night.
It's funny you ask that. We are still trying to figure out our identity right now. In the long term, we want to be a technically sound, physical football program. We are not there. Full disclosure, our kids are working, and we are. I'm sorry. I'm working. I got a day job, and that's going on in the background.
You're fine, buddy.
So, we are working to become a physical, aggressive, well-disciplined football team. It's interesting to note that of the 55 kids on our roster, which is a good number for our football program, 35 of them are freshmen and sophomores, many of them without a lot of playing experience. Now, that is not an excuse. We are not using that as an excuse. We're using that as a fact that we are looking for our identity as a football team, and we're going to get there, but we're still searching.
With so many first-year players, who do you, I guess, lean on from a locker room standpoint to be a leader out on the field? I mean, can you name some guys for us?
Yeah, so we have the first guy that comes to mind is a senior, Willie Jones. Willie's an outside linebacker. He's just that energy guy. He brings that to the table for us, pulls the young guys along with him. He's done a good job being a leader for us. Um, the team also elected captains, and we did something a little bit different. We elected a senior captain, a junior captain, and a sophomore captain. I've been working with those guys on ways they can lead, on their leadership ability, not just in their own class, but throughout the program. So that's, something that we're working on. But Willie is our energy guy. And then, I do have a group of 9 seniors that a bunch of them have experience, and they need to take it to the next level with their experience and their ability to lead on Friday nights.
So when you're looking for experience, you're looking for leadership. This is a big thing for us here at YSN and why when you talk to coaches. What are you looking for? I mean, it's great to lead and tackles on the field and throw for touchdowns and run for touchdowns. But what are you looking for out of a leader that's going to take them not only well in this season, but like in years to come in their life?
Yeah. Well, football, we coach football to teach life skills, and we try to apply life skills as much as possible. And that leadership ability is something that we want these kids to take with them. But not everybody is that vocal leader, and we understand that. We're okay with that. I got 2 seniors, Michael Robinson and Bryant Mitchell, receivers, DBs, who have been playing football for 4 years, and those guys do lead by example. Bryant played a nice game on Friday night, and he's not a rah-rah guy. He's not a yeller or a screamer, and I don't want him to be something that he's not. But he leads by example, and as coaches, we need to learn who can do what and who can lead by example and who can lead with their voice. But to lead with your voice, you got to be able to walk the walk and talk the talk also.
Now I'm excited for this next part because I want people to be introduced to you. So talk us through who you are, why football is so important to you, and why you kind of felt the need to be a head coach at a school that is so. I mean, listen, I was there at the school board meeting the other night. Orange cares about their kids and they care about their sports.
Yeah. So, I've been coaching high school football for 20 years, and there was a point in my life where I wanted to be a head coach. Then I got an assistant coaching. So I coached 10 years at Shaker Heights, and then I popped around a little bit. I settled in Orange, and my kids go to Orange. I live in the community. And when Coach Beckham, the previous coach, stepped down, I said, man, this is the right place at the right time for me to have an impact on kids who live in the same community as me, kids that go to school with my kids. I knew that I had just the opportunity to have this great ability to help kids. And Orange is a really diverse, great school system with lots of great people. Like you said, they care a lot, and we need to take it to the next level. We're far from perfect, and we need to take it to the next level. And I want to be that agent of change, along with many other coaches and teachers in this building, to take things to the next level.
What are some of the short-term goals that you have? I mean, this week, this month,
Yeah.
What short-term goals do you have for your players, your coaching?
Chairman Jenkins, report to the main office.
So again, short term, we are really, I hate to be repetitive, but going small measuring stick.
Sure.
Lessening the missed tackles that we had last week. We documented those, lessening the missed assignments we had on the O-line, lessening our penalties. So those little things, we're just trying to get better each week to measure our improvement.
All right, so we got to take a step off the field. The X's and O's, we're going to push those to the side. You're done with that part for the week. Now we get to know you a little bit more and talk a little bit, chop it up, if you will. If you could go anywhere on vacation, and it's not this time of year,
yeah.
Where would it be and why?
So it's funny, and I'm going to go there. My family and I are avid Disney people.
Oh, boy.
We go at least once a year pretty much. My in-laws live down in Central Florida. My kids are very, very fortunate. I'm very fortunate. Half my paycheck ends up in Disney's pocket. But so I love going back. There's the logistical piece of planning that I love, and that's the football coach in me. So I also like going on cruises. Give me Disney or give me a beach, and I'm happy.
Okay, so now that we're on the Disney train, we got to start asking some maybe Embarrassing questions.
Go for it.
What is the one movie that you love more than anything at Disney that you wouldn't want your players to know that you love?
Gotcha. I'm gonna have to think about that one. So keep in mind that I have 3 daughters. I have now a senior in high school, plays volleyball at Orange, so hopefully you guys will get to cover her.
Sure.
I have a sophomore who plays on the JV volleyball team, and then I have a 10-year-old. So I've done a lot of princess movies. I've done the whole deal. I've eaten dinner and breakfast with princesses at Disney. but my favorite Disney movie right now is probably Moana, and I think it's a whole beach theme.
Yep. Now, do you sing the Maui theme song, or what is it? You're welcome.
Yeah, who doesn't sing that, DJ? Everybody sings that one.
What is the one song that you guys play in the car? Or I guess here's the better question: the song that you play when nobody's around in the car, that you keep the windows up and you're singing, that other people would go, "Is that Coach Senor singing singing that song?"
Well, you outed me now, man. There's no turning back at this point. There's again, we go deep. There's a song called Lava about these 2 volcanoes that we sing as a family.
I love it, man. That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Who have been the role models to you in your life to get you to where you are today?
I've worked with so many great coaches, starting with Dave Sedmak, who was the head coach at Shaker for a long time. He gave me my second coaching job. He took me on as a volunteer, and then I was on his staff for 10 years. He taught me a lot, and on that staff, Tim Richards and Bino Watkins were offensive and defensive coordinators who taught me a ton. I worked with a guy, Greg Knackley, who was the head coach at Wycliffe out this way, who had a couple undefeated teams, taught me a ton, still a great friend of mine. And then Coach Becklem at Orange, who was also really a good friend of mine. He's an unbelievable football coach and had a lot of great teams here at Orange. And he's taught me a lot. And the old defensive coordinator at Orange, Tom Mitch, and these guys are still great friends of mine. And while they're not coaching, I lean on them a lot in my first year as a head coach.
Best advice you've ever received from a coach?
Man, stay true to yourself. Be who you are. I'm not a screamer and a yeller, and I need to stand true to that. I do it when I need to, but I need to be Rob Senor. I don't need to be anybody else, and I've really focused on that in my first year.
Coach Senor, we are so excited to have you on the network, part of the family, and I'm excited to get you know more and more each and every week right here on Coach's Corner. Thanks so much for the time. We'll see you next week.
DJ, thank you. We'll see YSN Friday night out at Mineral Ridge, and I'll talk to you soon.